Please choose a screen and a subtitle language. Italiano. 946. How do I get 9?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Okay.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly.
His standards are kind of low.
Stanley was happy.
Good for him, man.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Peculiar?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh.
Something he would never quite forget. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I don't have a body. Stanley is a fragment of my imagination.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
He passes by the window. He sees 3 chairs.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And he passes by room number 449. A great number, that is.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not...
How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers, resent...
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Yeah. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Oh no.
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Fuck.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Good question.
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What the fuck?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted
Stanley's
by the body of a man.
dead!
She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That's a great decision. We should always do that if you find a body in the street. Can you hear this? I'm typing on a keyboard. Stanley
All of
is
his
back.
co-workers were
Bro,
gone.
let me narrate for a
What could it-
bit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm in the boss. Hello, boss.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna just go into the mind control facility. Hello? 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 What is that? Do I press it? What's in those? Are those numbers? Good numbers.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh no.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome!
Thank you.
Back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you.
How do I get up?
When it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So
What did you do?
here you go. New content. We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track Good job you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Good job. Did it. Good job.
What do I do? What do I do?
3, 2, 1.
Am I stuck here?
You made it to the
My little bow pow. Camera.
Or the number
Oh,
of
I'm
an
in the
employee
Matrix.
in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
The Matrix.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
What the
And freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing. Yeah, that's just real life. I'm a superhero. Stanley Man. I can't see. Mr. Narrator, can you help me?
Blackness.
Oh. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Panda getting killed. Oh.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
It was nice listening to you. Did I die? Nope. See, I knew it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
What
as
the
Stan-
fuck?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I don't feel dead.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
What the fuck? The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley's Parables design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay? The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh, there's like a museum about the game. Cool.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere. Which means that somewhere the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? Wait, cut the music.
What?
Go back and look at that fern. This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Okay. It's a great fern with some fern in it.
Come, Stanley.
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe.
Is this an elevator, narrator?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Have some patience, narrator. We're in the elevator, narrator.
Is it broken? What's going on here? All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We finished the DLC.
That's it. This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me... Psst. Stanley!
What up, narrator?
Here! In the vent! What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I don't think they would be, man. We're about to find out.
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny. Unfunny! You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. Unfunny! And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see? Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. But they didn't understand the game was unfunny. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
The fucking desert, I'm Aladdin.
Blackness.
I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you probably tomorrow. Goodbye.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.